Sorry, y'all know I'm weird. Whatever.
Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl BondyBlue. So let's go ahead. Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl BondyBlue. Okay, follow me on Instagram and let's get into the video, right?
You guys, what can I say about this trip I just had to Bali with Reset by Design Wellness? It was amazing. From dealing with the healing aspect and being in community with other women who share similar experiences and also who don't, but seeing the bonds that we created, that was amazing. Just the excursions and all the beautiful things we got to see around Bali and experience, and the accommodations were beautiful. The villa was amazing and we had such a great time. I definitely look forward to going back, hopefully on one of the trips next year, hopefully from Mauritius. But shout out to Ty, Kina, and Bondi. You guys did an amazing job. Ty and Kina with putting the trip together and just making sure that you guys catered to like high expectations. And I love that because I can be a little bit of a bougie travel girl. So I appreciate the level of accommodations and just the types of activities that we did. And Bondi for marketing and putting it out there to your community, because that's how I found it. So thank you, because I'm so thankful that I was able to experience this and hopefully experience more and be part of the sisterhood that came from this, because it seems like it's amazing. And I'm so excited to keep in touch with everyone that I met. You guys have been so great. So can't wait to go back on another trip with Reset by Design Wellness, you guys.
All right. And if y'all would like to support another Black-owned business, go ahead down to fabhairinternational.com and purchase some of Tamari's amazing hair products. Okay, yes, that's right. The lady y'all just finished listening to promoting for Reset by Design Wellness has her own products, and they're really amazing. And I love the moisture mist and in the shampoo that it comes with. Like, I have to get some more of the products, but I really, really like them. So shout out to Tamari for creating such an amazing product. And there is a link down below in my description box, Bondy15, and you could get 15% off of your purchase. So yeah, girl, support the Black-owned business. What's up? I'm back. All right, girl. I was able to trifle together a cute little show for y'all, even though let me tell y'all the truth. I was like looking at the stories, like, I don't care about none of this. Like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do with this, Lord. What am I supposed to do with this, Lord? I don't. But I know I needed to come to y'all because everybody is on their shit in September, right? You know, you on your discipline shit in September. And I have some things that I need to accomplish. So I need to maximize profit. Okay. And that means making more videos than I would prefer to make. I mean, I'm just going ahead and tell y'all. All right. And it used to be easier. It used to be easier to do a lot of content back when I was first doing YouTube. Like, if y'all don't know, y'all know I started doing YouTube in 2011. And it was way easier to make content in the following years. There was always a new reality show. This is at the height of reality shows, 2010s, right? 2010s is like sweet spot for reality TV. Is basically, for me, 2010. I mean, if you want to add the Flavor of Love years, you really gonna go back to the 2000s on some shit. But in our era, the last 15 years have been ideal, like reality show fodder for people like myself that do commentary on shows and stuff. But ever since there stopped being so many shows to watch and be interested in, ever since I got tired of the endless hours of 90 Day Fiance, the fighting of Bad Girls Club, the disrespect of Basketball Wives, like, as time has gone on, it's like I've had to figure out ways to make content that does not center around television shows, which I always knew that I was more than TV show reviews. But how my channel has like changed is very interesting to me. But I do feel like it's a gift to still be here and to still have so many of you here with me on a daily basis. So I really appreciate you guys for being here. And those of you that have been here since those days, thank you so much. Like, girl, thank you so much. You know? So let's go ahead and get into some of the things, shall we? So I had been wanting to talk to y'all about this, but time got away from me. It was so many other things to talk about that seemed more pressing, if you will. August Alsina defends his man after social users nitpick their age difference, involving motherfuckers in our story who ain't worthy. Y'all don't hold authority in your own life. Okay. So August is getting, a little sassy with the people in the comments. There go Terry said, I just feel like y'all tried to harass August Alsina into confirming his relationship. Then y'all demanded PDA. You didn't get what you wanted. So now you spread misinformation, dangerous misinformation at that. That's why he don't tell y'all nothing. So people wanted them to be on the internet making out and they didn't. And so now we trying to act like the people, like, what we trying to do? What we trying to do? Like, what is this? And August replied, exactly. And the even crazier part is that Zoo, I'm guessing Zoo must be the boyfriend. Zoo lied to me about how old he was when we first clicked up. Granted, he was over 18, but the fact still remains. And I found out later upon meeting the family. But this information that will require me throwing my nigga under the bus and involving mothers in our relationship or in our story who ain't worthy just to appease their trauma. Niggas be so desperate to project their unhappiness and spin a narrative. It's truly a reflection of the deeply unhealed inner child. Okay. And so this is what Zoo said in response. I don't know the age difference, so let's just get into what Zoo said. Okay. I am Lazoo said, this is my first and only time addressing this. I don't give a fuck about any external validation whatsoever. I don't need anyone's likeness, but I'm a grown ass man with his own mind and free will. If I ever do anything, it's because I want to do it. I met August when I was already of age, an adult. August didn't even know me when I was 16 or 17. Not sure where that came from. Yeah, there's a slight age difference, but y'all pick and choose who to judge when it comes to that. We will have known each other for 5 years toward the end of the year. So he's speaking in future terms because that's where we plan to make it. I know I'm not an internet person and prioritize my peace before anything and protect my relationship because the media at times can seep in and tarnish beautiful dynamics. August is my boyfriend and we're happy with each other. Simple. But I can see how being quiet and trying to protect something of value to you can allow some people to spin the narrative and create a bunch of different scenarios which aren't true. August gives me a great life and I'm thankful. What y'all don't know is that I run this relationship. I call the shots. August just shows up and supports me and whatever I want to do. He supports my dream. He is my dream. Nothing is ever forced on either end. Hope this clears up any confusion. Stay fly. Okay. So I'm still unclear. We will have known each other for 5 years towards the end of this year. I'm still confused about what the age difference is. Okay. Hey, at Grok, please sum this up because the young God has spoken. Grok, the message seems to be a collective gathering, letting them know to play somewhere where it's safe because playing with them ain't it. And that's on the essential lineage who comes through with a vengeance. Hope this clears up any confusion. This don't clear up anything. If anything, makes y'all sound more guilty. Guilty. August says, guilty. This word implies that you thought y'all held some sort of court of domination over two grown-ass people to judge for some sort of outcome. The level of delusion and narcissism y'all live in is psychotic. Y'all don't even hold authority in your own life, let alone mine. Heal and pay your rent, family. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know what this makes y'all look even more guilty. Like, what you mean? Like, this means that he looked like somebody that took advantage of a younger guy? Hold up. I have more. Here it is right here. Okay. August, Alsina and Zoo confirm relationship as singer's boyfriend shuts down rumors of being groomed because of the age difference. So following their recent hosting in Atlanta, August Alsina, who is 32, shared photos of him and Zoo, who is reportedly 22, stating they have been locked in for 5 years. So at the end of this year, 5 years, I don't care. So let's go back 4 years, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18. Yeah, that's too close, August. And I'm not gonna lie, August, in this picture right here, you do look like a creepy old man. You do look like a creepy old man. Yeah, no, You're not about to play on my intelligence. Whatever them people said about y'all looking guilty, yeah, they was telling the truth. It ain't nothing about no narcissism or none of that shit. And look, please be very clear. Gay men love to have a huge age difference. Gay men love to go and find them a little young thing to twirl around, okay? Especially if they have money. And I'm not trying to like play people, y'all. But when I don't actively see people like doing shit, I question money, right? And that's just because I think everybody be playing like they got shit they don't really have. So when people actually be out here talking like they got a lot, I'm like, how you got it? Bitch, what you been doing? What kind of shows you doing? Who you been blackmailing? Who you been talking to, huh? Like, I don't know, but I don't always trust. And I'm not saying that's August, but I'm just like, you over there shoplifting the pootie. You over there fucking with the kids. Okay? My boy be chilling all mysterious and shit. But I love when the young guy speaks. Oh my God, this is so ridiculous. And then you even calling him a young god. Like, you even calling him a young god. Like, yeah, no. It's giving inappropriate. It's giving groom. It's giving the younger person feels that they have the power in the dynamic, but really don't know no better. That's what it's giving to me. And that's them people business. They grown. I'm not, I'm not gonna call the federale hood or anything. Like, I'm not gonna call the popo police or anything. But I'ma just go ahead and say that's inappropriate. Now, see why y'all always be calling on Jada when this come. Y'all always be calling on Jada, and Jada be somewhere minding her fucking business. And at the end of the day, that boy was at least 20 years old, I believe, when Jada was fucking with him. Okay. My God, today. But I'm gonna come up off of it. Okay, because I need to see a pattern of behavior with Jada before I actually go down this. Oh, Jada just out here fucking nah, sucking all the lives out of the children in Salem and all of that. I don't believe that. Okay, Jada's my girl, and I do believe often older women, their relationships with younger men are not the same as the type of relationships that men like to have with people, because men have a hard time not dominating. In general, men learn to dominate everything. No, I'm not. I know. I'm not talking about you, but I'm talking about in general. I know people gonna be in the motherfucking comments blaming Jada. They always. That's why I'll be anything with August Alsina, I stay out the comments, because I know y'all gonna be somewhere saying some homophobic shit, or y'all gonna be somewhere saying some anti-Jada shit, and I can't get with the anti-Jada rhetoric, propaganda. I'm not falling for. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, 911, reconnect the community. You will not. Okay, listen. I love Jada too. It's been too many roles, bitch. I've been with Jada through too many roles. I'm not doing this with y'all. But anyway, but every 3 business days, y'all say August and I am Lazoo relationship is a publicity stunt for the gays. It's not a publicity stunt. It's absolutely not a publicity stunt. Now y'all saying August groomed him. So which is it? No, it is giving groom. It's giving you don't necessarily have to groom, but it's giving inappropriate because of the age differentiation and how long y'all been in a relationship together, bro. I'm not saying that the young man, like, it's just inappropriate, y'all. It's inappropriate. It's just inappropriate. And I feel like when this relationship is over, when August gets to the next nigga that he decides to be with, we're gonna be checking for fucking age. Okay? I'm gonna be checking for age. I'm gonna want to know how long y'all knew each other. Because if I start to see a pattern, okay. I saw when he put love of my life, my soulmate. You're my best friend. Oh Lord. Part of me not breathing. Not half of me is that don't know anything at all. Who am I to say you love me? Listen, this is how you know the connection of media, right? Sissy Nobi made that song back in the gap. And I remember feeling like he made it because they played that song on a Tyler Perry movie. And we all was watching the Tyler Perry movies. Okay. So he got that song from the Tyler Perry movie and then went and got the sample and created Consequences. Bitch, the way I love us sometimes. The way I love us sometimes. Okay. But y'all know, I was actually looking at another story today and I wasn't going to talk about it, but the August Alsina story makes me want to talk about it. Because essentially I feel like people try to act like back in the day when people had these age gap relationships, like these huge age gap relationships, people like to act like, oh, everybody didn't think it was a problem back then. So that means that we shouldn't be penalizing the people that was doing it. As if the mentality or the psychology behind it is not the same. The psychology behind people, especially men, being in relationships with children, the psychology of that is the same no matter what era we are in. It is about a power dynamic and being able to suck from the energy of someone younger than you. Period. So for me, I thought this was very interesting, and I had an opinion that I didn't see in the comments. I'm sorry, like not Priscilla. Priscilla Presley pressured Elvis to death lawsuit claims. People really need to start making it illegal for frivolous lawsuits because my God, today, Elvis' ex-wife is locked in a bitter legal feud with Bridget Cruz and Kevin Fiocco. I don't know who these people are. I know who Priscilla is. I do not know who Bridget and Kevin are. They just amended their lawsuit against Priscilla with some explosive claims, namely that she is responsible for Elvis's death. In the amended complaint obtained by TMZ, Cruz and Fiocco claim Priscilla pressured Elvis to his death when she placed a lien on Graceland. Priscilla lawyer Marty Singer tells TMZ these claims by Bridget are absurd and ridiculous. We expect her next amendment to claim that Priscilla is responsible for the death of JFK. Okay? Now, I don't give a shit about this lawsuit, right? I don't give a shit about this lawsuit. That lady 80 years old. That lady 80 years old. And not only that, that man has been dead for so many years, but he was an overweight, stressed out drug addict. And you blaming her? And it was just another example of everybody always trying to blame a woman for what happened to some man. And then you don't even really think about what was actually happening in the situation, because them people got together when Priscilla was 14 years old and he was 30 something years old. And I watched the movie, right? I watched the movie. Hold up. What's this bitch last name? Cruz. Fuck is this? I just want to see who this is. Who is Bridget Cruz? Business girl, first woman. I don't know who that is. GWS Auctions. It's an auctioneer. Like, what's going on here? I'm just trying to see, like, what is the relation here? Okay, so celebrity auctioneer Bridget Cruz is currently involved in lawsuits versus Priscilla Presley and Elvis Presley Enterprises. Instead of leaving this to the court, she has chosen to give text messages from Priscilla's granddaughter, Riley, to an Elvis YouTube channel, and now the underground bunker. Sounds like crazy white people. Cruz has become so involved in the private lives of Priscilla, including Priscilla's strained relationship with daughter Lisa Marie. Y'all know Lisa Marie is Michael Jackson's baby mama. But Lisa Marie and her ex, Michael Lockwood, his teenage daughters, Harper and Finley, and Priscilla's son, Navarro, that they all relied on. I'm sorry, not his baby mama. Wasn't he married to her ex-wife? I can't remember, y'all. I'm sorry. Mind going blank. I can't. Michael Jackson's history is so illusionary to me. Anyway, Priscilla even signed over power of attorney and made co-trustee of her trust right before Lisa Marie's death. Cruz says she had enough of the lies about her in the past lawsuit. I'm trying to see what the issue started at, and I don't feel like reading all of this because we don't really care that much about this lawsuit. It's just I just really wanted to talk about this. Yeah, ex-wife, right? Because I have a picture of them in my mind. Early 90s Michael Jackson, white woman, long curly hair, him. And then her, red hair, short bob right here, if I'm remembering correctly. Yes. Okay. Not the baby mama, the wife. My bad. The white women kind of looked alike back then. If they had a long face, they looked alike to me. Sorry. The fact that anybody would come at this lady like that when at the end of the day, she was 14 and his ass went over there to her parents' house and said, I want her to live with my parents and wait for me to get home. And then when she's of age, we'll get married. And so she left her house and went and lived in his house as she was still in school. She was still in high school. And she was living at Elvis's house. And he was, I guess, on and off the road, in and out the house, whatever. She never married again after they divorced in the 70s, I believe. But I just feel like this situation is another one where I really don't like the way y'all pedestalize nasty ass men. Because to me, when I see somebody like Elvis that could have had any grown ass woman that they wanted, but instead you went and paid them people so that you could have their daughter up at your house. And then the way they write about her, to make it seem as if, she was having sex with him and her other boyfriends. Even if that lady was having sex at the age of 14, I don't give a fuck. That grown ass man should have been with a woman his age. But instead, you go and try to marry a child, impregnate a child. And now all of these years later, after divorce, death, drug use, and everything else, you got people sitting up there talking about she responsible for his death. The fact that there is even a lot of people to tell that type of bullshit to is ridiculous to me. But yeah, y'all, it's, just historically the way people are, the way they protect these men, y'all know how they go up for Elvis. And I think it's despicable the things that we ignore in our society so that we can like somebody. Because this story makes me think about another fucking story that I was arguing with people about. Hold up, let me see if I can find this shit. Because they was talking about Bobby Womack, right? Somebody was talking about Bobby Womack. Now, y'all, musically, I love Bobby Womack. I do. If you think you're lonely now, wait until tonight, girl. Okay. 100. I was the third brother of 5, doing whatever I had to do to survive. I'm not saying what I did was all right. Trying to make it out the ghetto is a day-to-day fight. Been down so long. I'm sorry. I love Bobby Womack. Okay. And I was just trying to find, you don't know what you do until you're put under pressure. Cross 110 streets, a hell of a tester. right across 110th Street. Y'all gonna have me in my car today, listening to Bobby Womack, okay? Because I love Bobby Womack, but he's terrible. Here you go, okay? Bobby Womack is motherfucking terrible, okay? And this is another example of just how interesting and fucked up it is that no matter how we begin to understand how inappropriate age gap relationships are to some extent, and this means when people are children, right? These, statutory pedophilic ass relationships that adult men will have with teenage and young girls, and the way our society will, for one, try to make a whore out of the child, and for two, try to make a sad puppy dog out of what I feel like is a predatory fuck nigga. Okay? So Nola Zine Media, because y'all know I'm from New Orleans, so shit gonna pop up. And this popped up on my line. This is a post from March, but I was recently in the goddamn comments. Like, what are we talking about here? I don't know where my comment went, but the tragic and untimely death of legendary soul singer Sam Cooke in December 1964 sent shockwaves through the music world. But what followed just 3 months later was equally shocking. His close friend and protege, outlaw Mud Baby, drops visuals for No Option, married Cooke's widow, Barbara Campbell. Okay. Bobby Womack, just 21 years old at the time, had been a protege of Cooke, who discovered the Womack brothers and helped launch their careers. Following Cooke's tragic death, Bobby became close to his widow, Barbara, and later revealed in interviews that he had harbored feelings for her for a long time. The two eventually married in March 1965, causing an uproar. It was a year later, causing an uproar among Cooke's family and fans, many of whom viewed the marriage as disrespectful. This not the article, y'all. Hold up. This not the one, but they chose that same picture. The story I read was that not only, hold up, is this it? Oh, this the same one. Because it looked like they keep posting the same story over and over again. And I didn't save it. But girl, they said not only did he take Sam Cooke's wife off the market less than a year after Sam Cooke died. Now, mind you, Sam Cooke was a fucking cheater, right? I believe Sam Cooke was a cheater. Most of these men was cheaters, right? I ain't gonna like to love me some Sam Cooke. Okay, here's another Saturday night, and I ain't got nobody. I got some money cause I just got paid. Now I wish I had someone to talk to. I'm in an awful way. Like, okay. So at first, y'all, I really wasn't that mad about Bobby Womack fucking Sam Cooke wife after he died. I was not really mad about it at first. And then I found out that not only did he marry Sam Cooke's widow, he looked like a crooked New Orleans nigga. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all, okay? But then he went and had a affair with Sam Cooke and Barbara's daughter. And that's the part that really pissed me off, because people was in the comments saying that they had an affair and the girl was like 14 or something like that. But either way, hold up. I'm gonna just go to the Google to find this shit. Hold up. Google Bobby Womack and Barbara Cooke. Hold up. Daughter. Here we go. Okay, Linda Womack is the eldest child of Barbara and Sam. Her parents, soon after her mother married, in December 1964, when she was 11 years old, her father was killed soon after her mother married. So she was 11, 12 years old when her mama married Bobby Womack. And then by the time that was 1965. So 5 years later, which means she would have been 16, right? 15, 16. Barbara shot Bobby Womack because she discovered he was having sex with Linda, who was 17 years old at the time. And according to Bobby Womack, Linda never spoke to her mother again after that incident. She was fucking groomed. She was groomed by Bobby Womack. In 1972, Linda co-wrote Bobby's 1972 song Woman's Gotta Have It. In 79, she signed to Capricorn Records, went on the road with him. They planned to collaborate. She gained renown as a songwriter. Really? She gained some soul songs in the 1970s. Y'all, she wrote one of my favorite fucking songs. She wrote Love Bankrupt by Patti LaBelle. You changed on me. What a love long, no interest free. I gotta go downtown and find Love Bankrupt. That's my shit. My account is overdrawn. Listen. But then, wait a minute, bitch. Then Linda married Bobby's brother, Cecil Womack, and together they had a successful recorded career. And the name Womack and Womack, my God, today. My God, today. My God, today. They moved to South Africa after that. But that's crazy, y'all. That's crazy. So just to backtrack, Sam was a mentor to Bobby. Sam died. Bobby married his wife a year later. Bobby then has a affair, to me, molest Sam and Barbara's daughter. Then has a relationship with Linda until they break up because now Linda wants to marry Bobby's brother, Cecil. Is that girl? Can you imagine if there was a fucking blog back in the day? Girl, not love wins in the comments. Y'all wrong for that. But speaking of fucked up ass family dynamics, y'all, can we get into Keke Wyatt? Now, let me tell y'all something. Before I get into this, I have been feeling myself personally like something is wrong with Keke for a long time. And now I'm starting to wonder what happened in Keke's childhood. There is something very dark about her spirit and her energy. And when I think about the type of people that come from trailer park by, interracial relationships, like white women like Keke's mom are the worst. Like they are the worst. They're really not, like, a lot of them are not motherly at all. And so I feel like once you know the stock that people come from, when they start to act like a damn demon everywhere they go, you understand why. Because if you heard anything up out of Keke's mama's mouth, you would understand. Yeah, no, a lot of the time, the white women that are responsible for some of these biracial children are some of the most fucked up individuals that anybody will come into contact with for a plethora of reasons. Y'all remember the mama from Precious, huh? There's a level of that sprinkled in. Okay? Okay? Keke has 11 children. 11 children. This child right here, I understand, is a damn demon. Because I had to go see if I could find more. Because I don't know where this clip came from. I don't follow him. So I don't know where it came from. I don't know what his social media page is. And maybe I just didn't look long enough, child, because sometimes I just get impatient and be like, bitch, whatever. I'm going to talk about the clip, and if more come out, maybe we'll find out where it came from. It ain't that serious. I don't care that much. But I was on TikTok, and I ended up watching a video of the ex-husband talking about this boy and how, he had cancer, and his mom, basically gave him the credit card, and he just had free reign over the money. He went through 12 cars in 1 year, some shit like that. He was wrecking cars. He would do a lot of road rage shit, chase a woman to her house and did circles in her yard. Just all kind of shit. The mama, Keke's mama, racist and bigot, would say, homophobic, and racial slurs. And that's because these white women think because they didn't fuck some black man, they can call their grandchildren, niggas and shit. Okay? The fact that Keke keeps her mama around with her mom having that energy tells me everything I need to know about Keke, right? Meaning that you're the same type of person. When Keke had that reality show the last time, and I covered it, I'm gonna go pull up them clips and repost them to my page so y'all can see them once we get off of here. But to me, it is very obvious that Keke has some type of addiction to getting pregnant. I think that she likes attention from being pregnant. I think she likes how it feels to have people dote on her, to have a baby dependent upon her. But the fact that her kids continuously come out with these ailments and she continues to have children, like she wasn't supposed to continue with that last pregnancy. But the degeneracy that religion provides, and that's what I be talking about, right? Because it's people that are extremely religious, but they are also extremely demonic in the way they go about their lives, the way they handle people, the way they handle their children. They are extremely dark. And honestly, I would say on some level, very fucking evil. But they will scream and holler about Jesus and about God and tout the Bible. And that's the reason why they would continue to feed into what I feel like is really some type of fucking trauma response. Like, I don't know what that's about, but I really do feel like her continuing to have children is not about bringing children into this world. It's about feeling some hole inside of herself that she can't seem to feel. But I always felt like, something is extremely fucked up about Keke. And I think that once we saw the children, that was even more obvious. I can't even remember. They might have had 5 or 6 episodes of that reality show. And every single episode, it's like she is batshit crazy. You have all of these children. Everybody's living in the same house. You could tell that they can't stand your ass. You go and have another baby, another sickly baby, and then bring the baby home and then tell them that they have to watch the baby while you go to the studio. It's just so toxic. It's so toxic. But this is what the boy is saying.
Publicly put a finger down if you were diagnosed with cancer as a teenager and your parent decides to publicly announce your diagnosis for personal gain and attention, but behind the scenes saying that your diagnosis is karma for you being a part of the alphabet mafia. And if they'd known that you were going to turn out like this, they could have kept their money.
And I believe it. I believe it. He said that his mom told him his cancer diagnosis was a result of God trying to punish him because he's gay. And I believe it too. Because I believe Keke Wyatt is one of those people. Like they say some of the most dark, fucked up things they could think of because they want to try so badly to control people. And because all of that negative, evil, vitriolic energy that they have is always inside of them, and they're always looking for somebody to point that energy at. But trust and believe, that little boy not trustworthy either. Like, that's still your mama, right? Yeah. You got some dark energy, some chaotic fucking energy about you as well. I can see it all in your fucking face. I'm just saying, like, it's just something. But none of this is surprising. I remember her ex-husband, the last one, said she pulled a pistol on them and ran that house like a dictator. Absolutely. Child, let's look at some. Y'all want to look at some TikToks? We can look at some TikToks bitch. Okay. Let's see what we come up with. Okay, it didn't made its rounds now. Okay, this is just I'm just trying to see because when I came up here earlier, okay, so everybody just got responses, but I don't see no whole clip. But Imma tell y'all, I knew that Keke Wyatt was using those children for, for attention when that sickly baby, that one she just had, she was performing and she brought that baby out on stage. And I remember thinking, so she could hold the baby and sing to it and kiss it. And it seemed so sweet in the moment. But I'm thinking, why the fuck would you bring your baby out in this venue? Your baby is sickly, which would make me feel like the immune system is compromised. And you would bring that baby out here amongst all of these people drinking and talking and doing all of, like that's a lot of infectious air in the room at a concert. Everybody all packed tight. You know what I'm saying? Who knows if the bathrooms is fucking clean? And you know how we don't like to think about how shit is really disseminated in the air. We can't see it, so we don't think about it. Okay? But you know how they say shit get on your toothbrush when you flush the toilet with the lid open? Y'all know how they say that? Well, see, that's how my mind go when it comes to bringing your child into a space where it's congested and a whole bunch of people, like somewhere where somebody's performing, right? And I don't think they were smoking in the room, but I remember when I saw that, I was like, why would you bring that baby out on stage just so you could use that baby for a fucking moment? Like, I've just kind of always felt like that about Keke. But let me see, because I do want to find, let's see. And she does a lot of this, how you could tell to some level, it's like, not munch. Is it Munchausen by proxy? Yes, there's a level of Munchausen by proxy that's happening with Keke.
Do I want more kids? No. Shut up, Wyatt.
Some child in the background said no. That should tell you everything y'all need to know about what the fuck going on in there.
I don't want kids. I just you. Okay. No, I don't know. It changes. Sometimes it's hell no, and then other times it's maybe. I don't know. It just depends. Because he's a lot of work. So, because he's a lot of work, because it's a lot of work, I just don't know if I would have the time to invest in a new baby when, I'm so invested in him. My time.
Because I don't know if I'm right about this, y'all. From what I heard. Matter of fact, let me see if I could find the video of somebody talking about yeah.
Famous R&B singer Keke Wyatt is shaking.
This is from Everybody Hate Chrissy on TikTok. I like to credit my content creators. If I don't say it, just look at the screen. But this is from 2024.
She is the mother of 11 children. Her youngest child, her 11th child, was born with a rare genetic condition called trisomy 18. They're saying it's 18, they're saying it's 13. I'll explain that later. Well, she just came on live and explained she is worried, even though it's clear her baby is nonverbal, probably won't be able to walk or talk. There's a lot to the story. Let's talk about it. This is Keke Wyatt and all of her kids. She is 41 years old.
Okay, wait, hold up. I don't need that. Let me see.
I'm probably getting ready to face the reality that he may be nonverbal because he'll be 2 in May. And he can say mom, but that's about it. He, I don't know. Not to say he won't. I have faith in God that God will do, whatever he wants to do. But just, as a mother of many, he would have been talking by now if he was going to be verbal. But it kind of bothers me a little bit. And y'all just remember, this is just me being transparent. I'm just being, open with you guys. Because I know that y'all have been following me and him and our journey since before I even gave birth to him. And so I just be wanting to try to keep y'all updated and, in the loop. I am worried about my baby being nonverbal, and it bugs the out of me. But I know that there will be other ways for him to show me his, he'll have other ways of communicating. And like this is one. Like he wants to get up. He doesn't want to lay down. And then I wonder if he'll like walk. Like I'll show you. When I try to get him to stand, like he doesn't really stand. Stand up, Papa. Try to stand up. Stand up. No. But he has very strong legs. So he kicks the out of me. Probably
Stop laughing at my son.
Oh my God. I just it looks like an old man.
I'm sorry. I was trying to, yeah.
And all he needs is
He's so cute.
he look like a little professor. Get the
It's so cute. You look like, oh God.
I don't know. This is so funny to me, but this is hilarious. Sir, he look like a
Why are you so cute?
he look like a little professor. You look like a baby. He's like, no.
Okay. So this is what I found on the internet, y'all. Keke Wyatt's youngest son, Keziah Jean Daring, was born with trisomy 13, a rare genetic disorder. Trisomy 13 occurs when a child has an extra copy of chromosome 13. This can lead to a range of physical and developmental challenges, including intellectual disability, physical abnormality, child, get your words together, physical abnormality such as cleft lip and palate, heart defects, seizures, brain and spinal cord problems. Wyatt has shared publicly about her son's condition, revealing that he has been hospitalized multiple times and facing significant challenges. Keziah has experienced seizures, sleep apnea, and developmental delays. Wyatt has expressed her love and support for her son, emphasizing that she will not give up on him. She has also spoken out about the challenges of caring for a child with trisomy 13, advocating for more resources and support for families affected by the condition. Trisomy is a serious condition with a limited life expectancy. However, with proper care and support, children with trisomy 13 can live meaningful lives and achieve milestones within their abilities. Keke Wyatt and her family remain hopeful of Keziah's future, continuing to provide him with love and care he needs. So this is what I'm going to say. From what I understand, she got the diagnosis when she was pregnant. And because of religion, I'm sure, decided that she was not going to listen to the doctors and she was going to go forth with the pregnancy. Ends up having, all of these issues with the baby. My problem comes in is because I'm a realistic person. And when I say I'm a realistic person, I like to think about the worst days and what that looks like. And what I see a pattern of amongst the country, highly religious but poorly educated, what I have noticed about those people is that they will keep a child because God. But when it becomes extremely hard to take care of said child, they will abuse that child. And I don't like the way she's able to use this as a way to invoke sympathy. That baby can't hold his own neck up, and he's 2 years old. Well, that was 2024, so now he's 3, and I don't believe he's holding his neck up. So if he can't hold his own neck up, how is he ever gonna be able to fully do anything for himself? And I feel like Keke has a extremely low temperament. Like, I don't care what nobody talking about. Keke is somebody that pops off at any second. And you can have all the patience in the world for a baby in 1 minute. But when you are tired and agitated and you mad at a nigga, or a nigga mad at you, or whatever it is, and them kids not helping, or some of them kids leave. Yes, with her being impatient like that, how do y'all consistently treat children that are disabled when you don't even have full control of yourself like that? And on some level, I feel like because y'all refuse to have abortions because you think God is telling you that abortions are wrong, y'all bring spirits into this world that are trapped in bodies. And I don't like how that feels when I think about it. I don't like how that feels when I think about it. And the fact that I feel like she knew that the baby would have these issues, but then also knew that she would be able to invoke the type of attention that she likes to get from people, she would be able to use that with this baby a lot, it seems. Like it's just I feel, yeah, it don't feel good to me, y'all. It don't feel good to me, y'all. And it feels dark. And I feel like a lot of the other siblings stay around to protect the other siblings. I do think there's a level of we're all in this house, not because we necessarily want to be, but because we want to make sure that the other siblings are okay, because we can't really trust that our mom is going to give them what they need. And I also feel like the way she has to look after that baby, you are taking away from them younger kids that are behind you trying to get your attention in that moment. She have kids that still, middle school age. And if you have to hold that baby, and the fact that you don't even think about it, y'all, it hurts me so much because I feel like you get to mask it as love, but it's just a way for you to abuse those children. And I really get upset about it. I really get upset about it. So I'm gonna just move because it's making me want to cry. But I could believe what her son said about her. And I could also feel like, this is how y'all know I don't think we should always be trying to put spiritual meaning onto everything, because I really do feel like some of y'all are not supposed to be having these children. Like, some of y'all are not supposed to be having these children. And it's not because I feel like this precious baby doesn't deserve to be here or something. That's not what I'm saying. I am saying it because I feel like those children should not be brought into this world if they're not going to get the best version, or you know what I'm saying, or something close to it. You ain't got to be perfect. Nobody's perfect, but my God, to like actively be bringing children into situations like that, like that's just, oh my God. It just hurts my feelings. I'm sorry, y'all. Because I just know that them children in that house have probably had to deal with some very fucked up things because of that type of mindset. And the way God never makes them not handle people fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Like, they could have all of that God and talk all of that shit about the Bible and God got them, and it never stops them from being so fucking nasty to the people that are closest to them. And I feel like Keke is one of those people. You're extremely nasty to people when you want to be. And then you get to use this excuse of, well, God ain't done with me and I'm not God. But then whenever you want to clean up some bullshit, here come God. I don't like it. But let's move on, y'all. Because Melody Cherie, formerly of Love and Marriage Huntsville, has been on the warpath this week. Okay. At first, she started out with telling us about how she was being harassed outside the courthouse with Martell and Ariane and how he threatened her. She went and got a police report filed, took it to the magistrate. The magistrate said they did not hear a threat. Martell got online to defend himself, saying that she was an abuser. She's the one that's an abuser. She just wants to be back on Love and Marriage Huntsville, all of these things. She's also made comments about, other people on the show who she feel like, are weak motherfuckers. She mentioned that she think Nell and Chris and them are over there raising bum ass sons. And one of them has a record for DV, allegedly. I don't know. Okay. Allegedly. I don't know. I'm not sure, but that's the narrative that's out right now. Okay. Okay, listen, I don't know what the fuck is going on for real, but I heard something about her losing another court case this same day. And I haven't seen any clips circulating of it, but I saw somebody say it, but I'm not sure. Okay. Either way, this is some of the stuff that I missed. Her firing back at Martell.
It's so funny because I didn't know he was going to post the Dr. Heavenly interview whatsoever. But I had already said I was going to address the Dr. Heavenly interview that I did some years ago.
Yes, I remember, because I have often talked about the fact that I felt like she was protecting him, because in my mind, like, I know what abusive men look like. They don't hide it. Like this, the buildup that happens before men explode. I know what that looks like. So I always kind of felt like I don't understand how he's not being physical, but if that's what you say, girl, I'll believe it.
At that point in my life.
However, her changing her mind now and saying what it was does not mean that I feel like she's lying now just because she didn't say it back then.
I think that, I know. I was still in a place where I was hopeful in the sense of, you know how you want somebody to change? You want somebody to do better. You want to be able to have, even though we ain't together, right? Even though we're not together, the divorce is done. You still want to be able to, maybe we can be cool. You know what I'm saying? Maybe we can be cordial, cool. Right? Civil. That's a good word, Miss Deborah. Civil. And so because of that, I think that I didn't want to expose a lot of. It's so funny because
the shit that people say in the comments is just so delusional to me.
Things about him, because I felt like that would probably take away us being able to truly co-parent like we could.
And that's another thing. It's not that I don't understand why she did it. I'm very confused on why everybody don't know what the fuck really be going on when shit like this happens. You know that society-wise, everybody is supposed to be protecting the image of the nearest black man. Whoever is the nearest black man, put your hand on him, sister. He's your responsibility for you to protect his image. Okay? If he's within the first few feet of you, bitch, put your hand out and touch him. That is a nigga that you will be responsible for. That's how it goes most of the time. And so when women do hide the truths of who these men are so that everybody can go along to get along, that's what we're being told to do. That's what we're being groomed to do. To ignore your own discomfort, ignore how you're being made to feel, like it's okay for somebody to abuse you. Ignore all of that shit so that you can protect the image of this weird ass nigga, because we all feel like it's in the best interest of all of us. We don't know why we feel this way, but we all feel it's in our best interest for you to sit over there and silently be abused and protect this abusive man's image. That makes everybody feel better.
And make things worse. So it was kind of one of those things where it was like, you know what? Don't tell everything. Just shut your mouth. Don't tell everything. And then also we do have children together. So it was that too. So I can reflect and look back and I'm like, dang, but now I don't care no more. So, but I was like, dang, like you was still trying to protect this boy. Like you was willing to take the hits. You was willing to be, hit across the back and take hits for him still. But yeah, you got these pick-me's over here who want to say that I've been preying on his down things about him. because I felt like that was all and praying on the detriment of him and been wanting to, and I'm bitter. No, I've been holding back a lot of stuff that I could have been said, but I was still, like a lot of women do, I was still, this is the lavender soap. If you're ordering lavender soap right now, I'm signing yours. I was still willing to take some hits just so, in hopes of being hopeful that it could eventually be at a place where we could be cool, fall and praying on the detriment.
Here, and you know, you don't have to answer it if you don't want to.
Sorry, y'all. We've already been through this. This is the only stuff that I could find. You know, but I'll just say, like, we all know what it is. We all know that you tried to protect him. That's your baby daddy. That's what the women do. I got kids with him. I gotta protect him. That's what the women do, girl. That's what Meg the Stallion did. That's what all of the people do, Jesus. So I just kind of feel like it's not surprising that that's what she was doing in this situation. Some of the comments are just annoying to me. So they still having problems after the divorce? Yes, girl. It happens every day, B. Girl, take it to court. They were at court. Like, girl, shut up. Shut up. Okay. How did this conversation come up, Melody? Stop speaking on Martell. If you didn't want to speak on it, then don't speak on it now. Just start. That's not how this happened. See, once again, don't know what the fuck going on. Ain't got no face neither. I'm sick of them. Y'all divorced. Move on, ma'am. Caramel Trini with your baby in the picture. Girl, you went to school, but what? It's like a lack of critical thinking even from smart people. When was the last time y'all heard anything about Mel before now? Like, that's very, very weird for y'all to act like these people are consistently in the blogs. They're really not. And I know that they're not consistently in the blogs because I cover it. And if you go to BondyBlue Bites, which is my secondary YouTube channel, and you look for any specific person, you'll find how often we talk about some of the same people over and over and over and over again. Mel is not one of those people. I am not, oh, you a millimeter. Get the fuck out my comments. I am not a millimeter. And I don't understand why I can't be annoyed by stupid fucking comments. I hate, like, this is what I be talking about. Like, what are you even talking about? This is the fuck I be talking about. Because I don't like the comments that don't know what the fuck going on, but loud and wrong. Like, what? Girl, I promise the internet don't care. Okay. We are all tired of her goofy self. Girl, we don't care. Like, what do you mean you're tired? And the weird part about it is when people do that, when people make those types of comments about people that you rarely see on the blogs, I just be like, you just don't like that lady. You just really don't like that lady. And I think it's weird. I'm sorry. I think it's very, very fucking weird. I do. Now, since we was talking about Heavenly,
I didn't know on Bravo you ain't allowed to run for office.
Really?
We're not allowed to run for office, but hell, I didn't know it. And ignorance is bliss. Because baby, I had all these switches things. And you know, if I feel like I'm changing, I'm doing something unprecedented.
Yeah.
Because initially it took them 8 weeks to get my contract together because they said you can't do it. You can't tell me what I can't do.
That's right.
Then they did it again, the same thing, right? It took them 8 weeks. We only filmed 12 weeks. It took them 8 weeks. They had to get outside counsel to see if they could cover it, how they could cover it,
Right.
you know, and things like that. And they came back and they, you know, and they got the parameters where they can show it. I didn't know on Bravo you ain't allowed to run for office.
okay, so let's read what the people are saying about the fact that girl Heavenly wasn't even supposed to run for office if she expected to still be on Married to Medicine. Bravo said, bitch, you can't run for office and still be on our network. That's not how that works. Well, guess what? In 2025, most people would rather be reality stars than do whatever their fucking job is. So here we are with them making concessions. The comments, nothing about her character says I'll represent my constituents with integrity. Please. That's crazy. They can go to jail but not help their community. So if Heavenly debates someone, she will get upset and say your mama. I can't take her serious right now. It's a hard no for me. I think that's weird that y'all think a person wouldn't be able to have a actual like prepared political debate versus arguments off the cuff on a reality show. Those are two different spaces to be in. One, a person will ultimately over prepare for. The other one will happen on the fly and in a natural kind of habitat situation where whatever your response is not written down and pre-thought out. Okay. There's a difference there. Yeah, I have already told y'all how I feel about certain people being in politics. Reality stars and actors do not have a good track record of being actually good in these roles. And y'all can blame that on Ronald Reagan. Y'all can blame that on Ronald Reagan. I forget, what did Richard Nixon do before? I know he was a vice president at some point. But yeah, no, I don't have high hopes. I don't. But I don't live there. So I guess we'll see how it all plays out. But I know people in politics, y'all. I know people in politics. And the type of dirt that you gotta be able to swim in to be on reality TV, it makes me wonder if you're not gonna be the anti-hero, what's gonna happen here? And I do feel like in America, the anti-hero ideology or the want of that's how we got Trump in the first place. With people feeling like the status quo wasn't good enough, so you want something so outside of that you'll go and get somebody that's completely unqualified for the position simply to say that it's contrarian to the status quo. Okay, yeah, no, Nixon was Watergate. Reagan is Reaganomics in the 80s and why we're all broke now. Reagan is why we're all broke now, today. Because he was a fucking actor and didn't have any real grasp on what he was doing. But most of the things that he put into play are the reason why, Americans are barely living above the poverty line currently. So y'all could blame, Reaganomics for that. And this has been prevalent like since the time. I don't know when everybody decided that Ronald Reagan was a good president, because at the time and in the 90s, it was understood he ruined small business. He ruined small business in America, which made it harder for individual families to support themselves without working for a corporation. And then when you work for corporations, you know what happened? You have no real power, especially if they always go against unions. Who always goes against unions? Which is the weirdest thing. It is the weirdest thing to watch unions be made up by Trump supporters and then watch the unions get busted up. It's like, do y'all not see this conflict? I can't with the people. But because the government and politics in general is bullshit and, abysmal currently, I don't feel like, the black lady is going to do much worse than the white man. I'm going to be honest with you. So I guess we'll just have to see. But I do love the new Bob. And I wonder how it's going to play out with her being on Married to Medicine. Are you still going to be the same Heavenly, or are you going to have to be a certain way because now you're running for political office? I wonder what's going to happen, girl. So many questions. Oh, girl, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. We just jumped off of the situation with Mel, and I forgot that Mel posted some shit to her stories. So can we back that ass up right quick? I'm sorry, y'all. Let me go to her page. But let me back that ass up. Back that ass up. Back it, back that ass up. Okay. So. Yes. This right here. 3 hours ago. So y'all know, again, I don't get into YouTube mess. Some of y'all is involved in YouTube mess. Prosperity Thick Girl used to be in my chat all the time. She is one of the people involved in mess. I don't know exactly what happened. I just know there was some money for Keke's fume, some shit that happened. Girl, I don't know. I keep my head above water, making a way when I can, temporary layoffs, good times. I don't do all of that. I don't have time for all that. Okay? Okay? But this is what happens. Just so I can explain to y'all who this person is, because I'm not about to act like we don't all know who this person is. Most people in my comments, you know, that especially people that are my members, y'all know. So the lady said, this lady has done multiple interviews saying that this man has never put his hands on her. But now that she wants her name back in the people's mouths, Martell was an abuser, but we've actually seen Mel beating on Martell. Can't keep starting in the middle. Let's go back to the beginning of this saga. Now, the funny part about that is that I do not believe, if I'm remembering correctly, that this lady was always a male hater. That's why I'm like, what you mean? Let's start at the beginning. Because if we go to the beginning, if I remember correctly, you were not a male hater back then. And see, I believe what happens is Mel goes into this space of like giving people a lot of attention or paying attention to people and then not. And the way people respond to her not paying attention to them, I really think it sends them into a tizzy. And they go into like this opposite thing, right? Where you're not giving me the attention that I wanted. So now I'm about to be a hater of you. Okay? Mel says, girl, shut up. You always got something to say about something. My name never stopped being in the people's mouths. I've been peeped you when you took them folks' money. But of course, even after selling the video and evidence, you and your posse still gonna act slow. It's women like you we need to stay away from. Now go over to Forbes, Ebony, etc. if you want to see my name, and don't report on me and make money off my name. How about we start in that middle and learn what multiple means while you're at it? Yeah, because she didn't do multiple interviews. It wasn't multiple. Okay. But either way, girl, yeah. Listen, Mel has time. Mel has been going in on people all week. And I feel like people are just missing a lot of it, you know, like they're missing parts of the story, but they don't like her. So they want it to look a certain way. I get it, girl. Okay, it's confirmation bias. But you need to get your shit together, because essentially this is not about her wanting her name to be brought up. This is not about that. This is about something that actually happened on August 18th, which was literally 2 weeks ago. Happened outside of a courthouse. Mel got on her live and used it as a story time while selling products. This is smart. Okay. I think that I don't know why we're still having conversations about Mel and Martell as if we don't know that Martell is abusive, as if we don't know that he's angry simply because she left. He's mad because she didn't stay. And if the woman was so terrible, why did you want to stay with her? And if the side chick was so much better, why haven't you married her? And if you're so much better without her, why are you still bothering her? Like rolling your window down to tell her to fix her face and to fix her hair and to tell her that it's over for her after you guys leave court. If he was over her, if he was not the abusive party, he would have moved on. We would not still be down to the courthouse arguing about harassing communications and DV. The thing about narcissistic abuse, and it's something that's triggering to me, is for y'all to consistently put the abuser and the victim on the same level so that you can absolve the abuser from the damage that they're actually doing to the victim. Because whenever we ask you directly, what the fuck did Mel do to Martell? Nobody can give you anything substantial. Nobody can say she harassed him, followed him, taped him, hacked his phone, came up to him while he was on a date. The one time that did happen, she was driving past him and her daughter noticed them outside of some shit like that. It was a situation where, you know, I'm driving and I see them out. Not I popped up on them. Okay? But he has popped up on a date with a phone in her face. He keeps trying to make it seem like her security guard is a married man that she's having an affair with. Him and his girlfriend have repeatedly stalked that lady. She did not put out a video of them fucking. Him and Ariane tried, attempted, sent out screenshots to threaten putting out a video of him and Mel when they were married, fucking. Mel has not done that to him. I don't know how to talk about this situation if we're going to pretend as if these two people have been doing the same thing to each other. And that if I point out how unfair their dynamic has been, now I'm a fucking millimeter. I am a grown adult woman that recognizes patterns of behavior. I am also a grown adult woman that is not a pick-me. I do not romanticize abuse. I do not care how good looking a person is. If their actions and personality turn out to be shit, then they are shit. Everybody wants attention. That's not an excuse for why any of this is happening. Something is wrong with that nigga. And if you can't see that, you don't want to see it. And this is why we're always talking about how dangerous and how weird the pick-me's are. Because y'all are so fucking dangerous.
Pick me, pick me, pick me. Hallelujah. I gotta find a man. I don't care what he did. I don't care who he hurt. I don't care who he fucked. I just want a man to pick me, Lord.
Yes, God. Let's move on. K. Michelle tweeted some things. I think Real Housewives of Atlanta may actually give us something worth watching. K. Michelle said, you have to be a sick person to plot and scheme on someone who is minding their business. If it takes a group plot, a rumor, or scheme to bring me down when I'm coming in love, you already lost in the game and lost in life. Oh, wow. A group plot, rumor, scheme. I wonder which group. I wonder which parties make up the group. I wonder what the scheme was. I wonder what the rumor or the plot may have been. I guess we'll have to wait until Real Housewives of Atlanta starts in order for us to know. They should be back in November, but I guess we'll have to, wait and find out. What Scotty said. Scotty said, y'all complaining about her tweets, don't know what or who she's talking about. Is this about Angela? Angela who? Girl, Angela who? They should not be allowed to be on social media while filming. We want to be surprised. Bitch, we still don't know what's going on. What you talking about? And by the time it come up, we going to have forgotten about it because everybody's, attention span is 2 seconds long. We ain't going to remember this shit by the time that show come out. Shut up. This feels so close to home. Ooh, girl, ring on your bells, huh? Don't y'all love when a subliminal turn out to be just what you want to say? Ain't got nothing to do with you. You don't even know them people. Popped up on your timeline. You don't even follow them. You're following them now. Too much tweeting during filming. Is it? Because to me, this is advertisement. That's how we know some of y'all dumb. This is good advertisement. They better look at Tamar and Rashida and stop messing with her. Oh, shaking a table. Is Kenya back? Imagine if her and Kay were friends. They give them girls hell. Listen, they would. And I don't even know if they would actually get along, but I would love to see it. You never know. People like Kay are, they go one way or the other. You don't really know. But I can't wait to find out what's going on. Let's move on, y'all. Sierra. So apparently a story was going around saying that Sierra changed Little Future's last name to Wilson. But apparently she only added Wilson, okay? It all started out with a courtside moment at the U.S. Open when her husband, Russell Wilson, shared a photo caption, Mrs. Sierra Wilson, Future Wilson, and Sienna Wilson. Fans wondered if her 11-year-old son with rapper Future had been formally adopted by the NFL star. Turns out nothing that dramatic happened. Sources close to Sierra told TMZ that she legally added Wilson to her son's name years ago without dropping Future's surname, Wilburn. It's a subtle act meant to unify their blended family, not erase his biological father's identity. Married to Russell for nearly a decade, it seems that Cece simply wanted all her children to share the same last name. And yeah, I mean, I don't see what the problem is. What are the comments saying? The main ones complaining are the ones who ain't even signed their own child's birth certificate. It's weird to take on the name, but not weird for Russell to take him to school, sports, help him with homework, coach him, teach him to be a man, nightmares, parent-teacher meetings, sick nights, injured days, bullies, girls. Love him the way his mother loves him, house him, feed him, and be there for him. Yes, he chose a woman with a child, but has lived up to the choice. Being a great step parent shouldn't be made to be a thankless job. I don't think it's a thankless job to the people who actually know you and love you. You know, that's if you're doing it for the right people. You know what I mean? Because I think men who don't raise, like in real life, men who raise other people's children are always doted on as, you know, oh my God, you're so much better than the rest. You know, look at the Deadbeat Daddy Coalition in the comments. That man is that boy's father in every way that counts, and probably wanted his name the same as everybody else in the household. If she did change his name, that's her business. She gave birth to that child. I agree with that. Look at all the absent fathers in a ruckus. Lori Harvey took Steve's last name. Keep the same energy. His mother literally removed the father last name completely. Stop it. Her mom and babies by two men who were related. So her kids are siblings and cousins at the same time. Sit this one out. I don't even know how we started reading the fuck out of Steve Harvey people. Where did that happen? Regardless, it's weird. Decisions like this, why kids grow up and be distancing themselves from their mothers. Let me see. He's been mobbing. Okay. Number 1, harsh. Harsh, pitiless, not letting up, persistent. So you're a bad person. Yeah. Okay. Looks like you like dick. Yeah. Oh gosh, looks depressed. Oh wow. Looks like a lot of like angry, dark, I'm depressed type of energy. Like, what are these pictures of old Black people? What are you trying to depict here? Let's see. Minnie Lou Nichols and her assistant, 1950s Minnie Lou, a Georgia native. So he's talking about history in these posts. So he's telling history stories on his page. He's telling Black history on his page. But still feel like, yeah, no, it's definitely given I ain't had no daddy until it was too late for, you know, like, who is this your daddy? Let me see. Imp the Pimp. No, that's not his dad, but it looks like somebody that he probably looked up to. And this is the problem in the Black community, is that this is y'all's best example. Y'all's best example is men who use women to get money, like pimps. No real emotional attachment. Y'all look up to men who are sociopaths, who are dead emotionally. But yeah, nah, he has a lot on his page to say that he's saying that's so weird, and that's how kids end up resenting their moms because the moms give them their stepdad's last name. Like, that's weird. I think it's more weird that y'all promote degeneracy while both seeming to be like astute enough to be involved in history. And it makes me feel like you only like history when it suits your narrative of what you think history is reflective of. Like, these are the men that go and look up history just so that they can find some woman that, you know, build a village off her fucking back so he can give that to other black women as an example of what they should be doing. Like, no, nigga, I'm not doing black woman reconstruction work. No, I'm not. I'm not doing 1928, 1950 reconstruction to a small black town work, nigga. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. In 2025, my people already did that, so I don't have to. And niggas like that will always go and grab history so that they can use it as an example of how women should be doing more. And yeah, suck a dick. I'm sorry, that led me down a whole rabbit hole, girl. Okay, so I know a lot of y'all were in my comments constantly bringing this up. I want to just let y'all know I don't often talk about deaths in general. I don't talk about deaths. This is very sad. Roland Ray was only 28 years old. He died a few days before his birthday. I remember the last time I saw him, he got burnt. So I don't know what really happened. But I know a lot of, you know, the degenerate reality stars, you know, emotions are all over the place right now, girl, because they're missing one of their good rolling Judies. Okay. And, you know, RIP to that man and his mama. Okay. Now, I hope y'all will stop randomly bringing up dead people in my comments. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Yeah, no, because I don't know what that's about, but I think that that's so disingenuous to, like, in general, like, only enjoy somebody because they're terrible and then be making fun of them because they're disabled and terrible. Like, don't get me wrong. Yes, everybody loves purr and all of that weird shit that y'all be into, you know, but I do think it's weird to, like, tell somebody how much you hate them in real life and then get on the internet and talk about how you love them so much and you wish they was back alive again so that they could read you again. I just be like, what y'all be going through? Like, what type of, because it feel like we don't know when y'all genuinely like or dislike people. I don't know what's going on, but I'm too consistent as a person for this type of shit. Like, I don't know how we got here, but it was very weird to watch a whole bunch of people that I think are, you know, off as fuck. Oh my God. Like, y'all didn't give a, all right, I'm gonna leave it alone. But I do, you know, God rest his soul. Okay. And shout out to the man mama. Okay. Because, you know, she the one that reported that he passed away. And it's sad no matter what, but I just don't like what I feel like really be a lot of clout chasing to be a part of a moment when in real life, y'all ain't never act like y'all ain't never act like y'all like each other like that. Like, what the fuck? I don't know, y'all. Let me go ahead about my way. Angie Stone people say they about to file a lawsuit against a trucking company that was involved in her death. So the family of Atlanta R&B singer Angie Stone has filed a lawsuit against 2 drivers and the companies that own their vehicles following the deadly crash earlier this year per WSB-TV. In March, Stone was traveling back to Atlanta with her bandmates and family members after performing in Mobile, Alabama. While driving through Montgomery County, the driver of her 2021 Mercedes-Benz Sprinter van lost control, overcorrected, and caused the van to overturn. According to the lawsuit, which was filed Tuesday in Gwinnett County, a 2021 Freightliner tractor trailer carrying a load of sugar to Forest Park then crashed into the overturned van on Interstate 65. The complaint states that the truck's driver, Jared Wilkerson, never applied the brakes. The impact left Stone trapped under the van, and she later died from her injuries, the lawsuit says. The tractor trailer was reportedly equipped with Detroit Assurance 5.0, a collision avoidance system designed by Daimler Truck North America LLC and Detroit Diesel Corporation, but the lawsuit claims the system failed to warn Wilkerson of the van blocking the roadway. Stone's family argues that the negligence of both drivers, along with the companies responsible for the vehicles, caused her death and injuries to others. They are seeking coverage of medical bills, attorney's fees, damages, and any other relief or judgment order. I'm going to tell y'all right now, I think sometimes the people that drive trucks are at large psychopaths that are going around unaliving people, but you don't really know because they're truck drivers and they have 18-wheelers and caps on and they travel like all over the place. And I'm not saying this about everybody, but I can't tell y'all how many times I feel like 18-wheelers have ran into a car that was wrecked on the road as if they could not stop. And I feel like they could have stopped and didn't, but hit the car because they could, and they knew that their truck wouldn't be hurt. I actually got hit by an 18-wheeler in a similar situation. I was driving back from Atlanta to New Orleans, and I was trying to veer into the lane, and a car came up, sped up on the side of me. When I swerved to not hit him, I overcorrected, and we spun out. As soon as we spun out, we eventually stopped. And then out of nowhere, this 18-wheeler comes and hits us. And then we spin even more. I almost died. The shit hit it was only maybe a couple of inches away from crushing my head. But the part for me was that I felt like, how the fuck did you not see us in the road? We had stopped spinning, and then you came and hit us. It makes me feel like they don't make any effort to not hit cars if they come up on a wreck. I almost feel like they don't have any feeling whatsoever sometimes to stop. Because when they said they didn't hit the brakes, I felt this. I was like, why would you not attempt to not hit us? If they had a full load, they can't stop on a dime. It takes about 6 to 8 car lengths for them to come to a full stop, even if they see you 2 or 3 cars ahead. And I understand that. I do. But there is a part of me that feels like sometimes, because they know they can rely on that. Also, I be thinking about how much you see, stereotypically truckers being involved in trafficking and shit, or just in general, men who are at truck stops seeming as if they are some of the most sordid, and you better be scared because them niggas will chop your body up and spread it across the eastern seaboard or some shit. I don't know. And this is just conjecture, you guys. It's just conjecture. I'm sorry, but it's a long time to stop that shit. But that aside, they really don't care. That's what I'm saying. I feel like I already know it's hard for them to stop, but I also feel like it's a lot of them that are mentally not okay. So I wonder how many times, the truck couldn't stop, or you just wanted to hit somebody like a fucking video game because you knew that your truck wouldn't be hurt. Because they really be driving like assholes. They usually can't press brakes like that. My partner is a truck driver. If he didn't apply brakes, I wonder if he dazed. 18-wheelers are bullies on the freeway. Absolutely. And I can imagine them being like, ooh, perfect opportunity. Bink. You know what I mean? Just for fun. Because I'm a psycho and I have a truck. They're told not to stop. The trucker always have the right of way. That's what is taught in CDL class. So if they see a car spinning out, they don't have to try to avoid it in any type of way if they see it ahead of them. Okay. That's interesting. That's fine. Truck drivers are told not to hit brakes so they won't jackknife, which throws the driver through the window. Yeah, got that. They are crazy. I have one try to run me off the road because I wouldn't give him my number. It's why you don't drive next to them. Get past them or stay away. Many of them are sleep deprived and alcoholics. Okay. Most truck drivers are assholes. Truck drivers are told I read that one. Yeah. I think some truckers be drinking or high. See truck stops, they seem so seedy. Yes, that too. They definitely drive crazy. I do my best to stay away from them. Same. And y'all know I've driven a lot. I have driven a lot. So I have driven around 18-wheelers often. And because I got hit by one, I do have a fear of, I'm gonna let you get past me, I'm gonna get past you, but we are not about to be driving too close to one another. No, truck stops are literally like a horror movie staple. Bitch. But no, go ahead and sue. Do what y'all need to do. Go ahead and sue. Do what y'all need to do. Get your money, boo. You know how they do.
I'm a savage. Whatever I want, I'm going to get. Whatever I want, I have to get.
Can't stop. Won't stop.
All right, y'all. Well, Diddy is back in the news, not knowing when to fucking stop, not knowing when to quit. Take that, take that. It's very like annoying to me that over time people are trying to like lessen what we think was happening. Like, I don't know if any of y'all watch Teray. Do y'all watch Teray? I really started following Teray during Diddy's trial because of his coverage of the trial. And I think Teray, you know, I remember when Teray used to do interviews, MTV, all of the things. But to me, Teray, right after the trial, Diddy's best friend comes and stands next to Teray and says that Diddy had a message for him and he ain't got no hard feelings. And it felt like a threat. To me, it felt like a threat. And ever since then, Teray has been talking about this case in a way that makes me feel like you've been compromised in some way. Ever since then, it's like little videos I'll see here or there, and then I'm listening and I'm like, why do you feel like you had sense before, but you don't really have the same sense now? Like, that was something very interesting to me to notice. But once again, Diddy is pushing back against federal prosecutors who want his Mann Act conviction to stand. His lawyers argue the government used today's definition of prostitution instead of the 1910 meaning when the law was created. Back then, they say a prostitute was a woman who had sex outside marriage, not simply sex for hire. It's really irrelevant. He also insists prosecutors never proved he paid escorts for sex, only for their time. There's literally a text message of Diddy texting the owners of an escort service, telling them that he didn't get his money's worth because he didn't come. So that's not true. He maintains that he's only a voyeur. I don't believe that. Diddy wants the court to either toss the conviction or grant a new trial. He was acquitted of racketeering and sex trafficking in July, but found guilty of transporting people for prostitution under the Mann Act. His sentencing is set for October 3rd. We know he'll probably get time off. So for me, I feel like, I don't know why he's fighting it. Like, you have less than a month left. Like, you know they're going to give you a slap on the wrist, put you on probation, put something on your ankle and let your stupid ass out to do whatever you was doing before, to do it to everybody all over again. And I'm going to tell y'all another thing. Propaganda I'm not falling for, that all of these situations only happened with just him, a girlfriend, and a paid escort. I don't believe that. I'm sorry. I do believe at some point that these were parties. I do believe that there are conversations and things that have taken place where a lot of these powerful people, or some of these men, some of these artists, have been in the same rooms together because they are doing some of the same shit and they are passing around some of the same women. I am not dumb enough to believe that the only times Diddy was doing this type of shit is when it was him and a girlfriend and an escort. Especially after we knew that Kanye and his old lady were doing some of the same shit. And then Fat Joe's accusers, some of the same type of shit going on. It's too many of y'all being accused of doing this shit for us to think that this is not a well-run machine, that at some point y'all be having to meet up to exchange information or bodily fluids. Also, a lot of y'all seem to think that Diddy has never had sex with a man. I don't believe that either. I believe Diddy has had sex with a man. Just because he hasn't done it in front of a woman doesn't mean it hasn't happened. So yeah, because from what I understand, Diddy used to slide in the bed on niggas. Way before any of this came out, there was a story about Diddy sliding into the bed with somebody that was a man. And if you sliding in the bed with somebody, you fucking them. So there's a lot of propaganda going around that I just wanted to straighten out a little bit. And a lot of people can't prove. Y'all know how hard it is to prove rape? It's extremely hard to prove in court, especially if you've been drugged. And especially if we can't decipher whether it was drugs you took because you wanted to take them or because it was drugs put in your drink. That's hard to prove. Exactly. Diddy has been in gay clubs since the early 90s. And there are so many stories and so many people that have given y'all all of these little tidbits about this man in order for us to be very clear on what we're looking at here. So the propaganda that he's not who we think he is and it was just him and a girlfriend and a paid escort and it's not that bad, that's bullshit. That's bullshit. It's bullshit. All right, I had to get that off my chest. I'm tired of y'all. Speaking of niggas in jail, y'all, I'm tired of talking about Young Thug. And the only reason we talking about Young Thug right now is because I had to come to y'all on this Good Friday, okay? Because it's Make Money September, and I'm trying to make money in September. But here's what this puss ass nigga was saying about rappers that are actually way better than him.
Like what is it? Why be the biggest artist in the world on YouTube? Why wouldn't J. Cole do a song with him?
And it's sad that y'all don't understand this. J. Cole and Kendrick are niggas of a certain caliber. They are not street niggas. They don't want to be street niggas. And everybody knows that you have to stay away from street niggas because they will drag you into bullshit. It sounds like to me, y'all thought y'all was going to eventually get the respect of the top rappers. And no, I don't care how many records you've sold. I don't care how many of them Atlanta niggas are you know, sucking dick in the front of the room trying to get to the stage to see y'all perform. I don't care. Y'all are not on my frequency. Y'all are not on J. Cole's frequency. Y'all are not on Andre's frequency. Y'all are not on Kendrick's frequency. You're not. Because honestly, I might know some of these niggas' songs because y'all play them on the radio. Or I heard them in a movie or something like that. But essentially, I don't listen to these niggas. I listen to Kendrick. I listen to J. Cole. You know what I'm saying? I listen to old rap. I listen to Black Thought. I listen to Big Crit. I listen to most of the, you know, the top girls or whatever. I stay on Meg. I stay on Doja. I stay on Glow. But like in my household, and I'm talking about between me and my husband, J. Cole and Kendrick and Jay-Z, like those are the people we listen to. We're old. So we don't listen to anybody that is considered a YN. That's not our era.
That's true. Like, come on, bro. You ain't never in your life sold more record than this boy, this young nigga. Fuck is you thinking? Like, tripping.
You tripping if you think that matters.
Niggas just be on that. Oh, I don't like your music, or I ain't doing no music with you. Man, nigga don't like y'all nigga music neither. They don't really like that shit you talking about. That shit y'all need them out.
But and that's why ain't nobody trying to do no song with your dumb ass. What's hard for you to understand is because you don't understand integrity. That's what it really is.
Niggas just want to do songs. Niggas just want, like, that's the game we in.
Jay-Z and not Nas? Is that a question? Are you asking me that?
Like, it ain't no, the Atlanta Falcons ain't playing Miami Dolphins because they don't like the Dolphins. Man, we playing everybody. It's the sport we in.
No, that's not how music works.
3000, you one of the biggest artists in the world. You became one of the biggest artists in the world. But you ain't helped nobody. You ain't put nobody on. Now you vintage. Now you goddamn can't put out a song and go top 50. You see what I'm saying? You put a song out right now, you can't even go top 50.
But some of these people, they understand how you can't stay at that spot anyway. And what's more important is to I like Robert Glasper too. What's more important is to and I've just been really getting into Dear Stylist. Like he's been playing around my house and in my Jeep lately. So shout out to Dear Stylist. But I'm sorry, like your empty, vapid, nonverbal version of rap, everybody doesn't have to show up for that. And no, I don't like your music. So no, I don't want to do a record with you. And I don't give a fuck about sales. Y'all are the ones whose souls and spirits and integrity as black men has been co-opted by white men in a little bit of money that they could offer y'all broke asses. Like, that's what you don't seem to understand. You in survival mode still. So you think that we should just be making records just to make money. And it ain't like that. No, some of these people are doing it for the art of it. Some of these people are doing it for the art of it. I can't remember one of you niggas did a BET performance and then get up there and didn't know the Biggie lyrics from Crush on You or some shit like that. I honestly feel like most of y'all don't even love this shit like that, and you shouldn't do it. You shouldn't do it. I really wish y'all wouldn't do music if y'all didn't love it. I really, really wish y'all would not do music.
Right. But you the big artist in the entire world at one point, but you ain't put nobody on though. You ain't did that. Ain't no nigga saying they got a career off of you.
That's true.
Right.
These niggas have internalized pimp game so much they don't even realize how they're looking to be pimped. Cause that's what that sounds like to me. When y'all are repeatedly talking about how you can't even say nobody ain't made a career off of you. Because I don't want to be a pimp, nigga. I don't want to be a pimp. I don't need to have a mentality that I need to be finding, young artists to take advantage of just so I can say I gave them a career. Because the people that do that, they have the mentality of pimps. They look for other artists to exploit. No, I appreciate Andre 3000 not only as an artist, but as a person so fucking much. You know why? Because at some point, that nigga had everything and still left it on the floor and went and found peace, went and found everyday life, found a new form of expression, a new way of making music. I love that shit. I love watching people have full lives, not just staying in some cycle of ignorant shit and just getting old in it, but being an actual human. Y'all don't even understand why these niggas topped the charts the way they did, because y'all think that it was just a machine. But y'all don't even understand the way they connected to their audience. The way Outkast connected to their fucking audience, you don't even know what that's like, Young Thug. I feel like you have no idea what it's like to be authentic in your art. Be that way, let it be successful, be happy with it, and then still be like, you know what? I'm done with this part. Let me move on to the next part. You don't even have the vision. You don't even have the understanding, the mindset that it takes to truly be an artist. It's crazy to hear you niggas talk about how you mad at an artist because they didn't want to be a pimp. Think about the men in the industry that are known for putting people on, and tell me you don't view most of them niggas as an adjacent to a pimp. Diddy, Dre, who else? Name some of these other niggas that Baby. Like, all of them come off like pimps. Like people that are selling their artists and scamming them in some type of way at the same time. Yeah, you don't have the wherewithal, nigga.
Y'all nigga ain't help nobody. All that rap shit don't mean nothing, man. In 15 years, that shit don't mean nothing. Why be the biggest artist in the world on YouTube? Why wouldn't J. Cole do a song with him?
And that's crazy for you to say in 10, 15 years, don't nobody care about this shit. And I'm like, that's because you don't make real music. You don't make real music. That's why don't nobody care about your music 10, 15 years down the line. The way we still run motherfucking Andre 3000 back in this bitch. Like, not just the albums and all of that, but also just songs to hear the nigga verse on it. J. Cole, y'all, J. Cole makes music that really makes you feel something. Like, I like rap that make you feel something. You turn it on, it make you feel good to listen to it. She my number one. I don't need nothing on the side. Listen, don't. I love J. Cole. But like that's what I listen to. So like that, I'm biased in that way. I don't like ignorant, just degenerate ass music. And somebody in the comments earlier was like, you like Jay-Z and not Nas. Well, it's because I feel like New York niggas in general don't know how to pick beats that Southern people can jive with. Like Nas is a New York nigga to the point that, yeah, he got a few songs I fuck with. Baby girl, won't you come and hold my hand? Won't you come and chill out with the Virgo? We sipping on Merlot. You ain't gonna be my girl though. That one mic was the shit. Like that was me and my homeboy song back in the day. All I needed one mic. Listen, I used to know it by heart back in the day. Too egotistical. Same way these bitches do. All right. Anyway, I'm sorry. There are a few Nas songs, yes, but I wasn't on him. I tell y'all, I don't know, I told y'all this story before, but I got on Jay-Z specifically because Jay-Z did a ad, or really I feel like it was a ad campaign type situation where he said he was retiring from rap. And the Black album was going to be his last album. To me, it was a genius marketing scheme for that album because the people that wasn't paying attention to him, it's like, what you mean you're retiring? Nobody ever heard of a nigga retiring from rap, right? This is like early 2000s. Nobody ever heard, like LL Cool J is still coming out with #1 hits at this point. So we didn't even understand, fuck you mean you retiring? Like when do rappers retire? So nigga was like, I'm not really on him like that. I knew certain songs, but I wasn't really on him like that. Like to listen to a whole CD. The Black album comes out, I go and cop that bitch. And I mean, I copped the CD. And ever since that album, I have been locked in. Like I will definitely sit and listen to any Jay-Z album from beginning to end. And I always end up doing it over and over again. The song that really pulled me in, and it's hilarious because I saw somebody post about it today, was I Know, which was on the American Gangster soundtrack, which is still one of the best albums, one of the best rap albums of all time in my fucking book. Okay. But American Gangster, there's a song called I Know. It's literally one of my favorite songs of all times. And not just because of the song, but because of the video. And I remember back in the day, early 2000s, 06, 07, when it came out, that Zoe Kravitz was in a video. And the video was her going through these different scenes, and each scene represented a different drug. And I remember listening to the lyrics of that song being like, damn, that was fire as fuck, the way he used the metaphors to, talk about the drugs. I saw somebody post that they was today years old when they figured out that song wasn't about a woman. And I was like, how did you not know that? But my parents actually would talk to me about music, right? So if the group War from back in the day, War has a song called Lowrider. Lowrider is a song that's actually about dope. So back in the day when I learned that, I would have like a fascination with songs that were actually about drugs, but were written in a metaphoric form. And this was one of those types of songs. So I remember like taking it to my mom, like, Ma, you got to hear this shit. Like, because of the way he was able to make that entire song a metaphor for different types of drugs. And to this day, it plays all the time around my way. Okay. She wants that old thing back. She wants those heroin tracks. She likes me. She fiends for me nightly. She leans for me. Listen, I'm not even about to get into it, but that's my shit. So I think this is what I'm gonna end with today. And just because I wanted to have a conversation about it. Oh, we're gonna talk about one more thing, but I'm gonna let this play.
I tell you young girls what nobody's gonna tell you. You got fucking 3 kids at 24 years old. You're getting ready to struggle. You're getting ready to cry. You're getting ready to be depressed. You're getting ready to want to
Hey, it's me. I'm her.
Not hey.
I'm the girl that she's talking about in the video. I'm not specifically, I don't know her. She doesn't know me. So she's not talking about me, but I can relate. I'm 23 and I have 3 kids and I'm fucking struggling. This shit is not peaches and rainbows. This shit is hard. I would not wish this life on my worst enemy. The life that you pictured and had and wanted and was promised, you're not going to get it, babe. Let it the fuck go. Some people do get lucky and they have men that stick around or have this big village. A lot of us aren't lucky like that. Like I said, I have friends that could drop their baby off to anybody. Guess what? They got 1 baby or 2 babies. I have 3 kids. Don't nobody want to watch 3 kids, 3 little babies that still need their diaper change. Nobody want to do it. Sorry. Everybody.
My question would then be like, why did you keep having kids? It's a lot of women that I have that question for. Sometimes I be wondering, like, you were struggling with the number of kids you already had. Why would you go and get more? Like 3 kids back to back to back. That's a lot. Why would you do that? Like I because it's not 1965. Like, there's birth control. There's birth control. Even with y'all getting rid of Roe v. Wade and destroying the budget for Planned Parenthood and taking, health services from family services away from everybody, because y'all want us all to turn into dystopian zombie land before it's all said and done.
That was when you was pregnant. Oh, I'm gonna get the baby. I'm gonna do this for the baby. What?
But I do want y'all to know this. Regardless of what Kelly Price say or anybody else, until y'all do right by Black women, everything in this country is gonna fail. Everything.
People at them people don't give no fuck.
They tell you young girls what nobody's gonna tell you.
Like she said, there's gonna be times when you off yourself. Y'all look at this. Literally, I stayed in the hospital for a whole fucking week because I had an overdose. I overdosed because I literally did not want to be here no more. I didn't have a post for 11 something, almost 12 minutes because I didn't want to be here. I felt like this is it's not worth being here because guess what? Yes, I cry myself to sleep most nights. Most nights I am fucking stressed. My hair's falling out. Y'all have videos. I'm answering them if y'all want to see them. But I should not be 23, literally brushing my hair to the point my shit falling out. I got to keep cutting my hair. This is not the life I wish on my worst enemy. And yes, this shit get ugly. And yes, I post. And yes, all that. But behind closed doors, this shit is ugly as hell. I would not wish this shit on nobody at all. Like she said, don't have no fucking kids. Love is not enough. These niggas don't give no fuck. They don't care. And I have 1 baby daddy. I don't have multiple baby. Like she said.
Oh, okay. This is a good response because I really wanted to know. I think those girls have more children because that's what gives those girls purpose, and they weren't given a good sexual education. Also, religious indoctrination plays a part. Girl, because I just be like, at what point do you realize enough is enough?
There's gonna be times when you off yourself. Y'all look.
Was it not hard when you had the first baby or the second baby in order for you to get pregnant with the third? Like, I just need to understand what was happening in your mind when you decided to keep it.
Look at this. Literally, I stayed in the hospital multiple baby. I have 1 baby. That nigga don't give a fuck. That nigga be around when it's beneficial. That nigga be around when the shit going, when he feel like when he need me. That's what really is. Fuck, as long as a motherfucker accepting the bare minimum, we cool. And it feel like for me, on the flip end of that, I be accepting the bare minimum and the little pieces of shit because I just be wanting help. Because guess what? I don't got no big village of people that's gonna come and stuff for me and my kids. Fuck, so I'm accepting the littlest fucking piece of shit. Fuck, over nothing, just for some fucking help. Because guess what? When I ain't accepting that, the nigga gone, disappear. Where the fuck he at now? Fuck, on with the next bitch and her kid. It's really mind blowing to me. And only thing I gotta say is y'all listen to her. This shit is really fucking hard. Nobody cares. The same nigga that you land on your back for don't even give a fuck if you eating at night. Fuck. Same nigga that you doing all this for can't even help you and your kids move. Like, multiple baby. I have 1. Your kids move. Like, y'all, some people do get lucky. Some people, like I said, some people get lucky, and some people do have this fantasy life, and some people get lucky.
Nobody has a fantasy life, and it's not about luck. Nobody has a fantasy life, and it is not about luck. That's a way for you not to be responsible for how you got in this situation. And I understand what y'all mean about all of that. But once you done cracked your coochie open with the first fucking baby and had to go through postpartum, and that's when you first got to see who was going to show up and who wasn't going to show up and how you was going to have to deal with this. After the first baby, why would you then go and have 2 more? It's not luck. It's not luck, baby. It's decision making. And it might be luck as far as the type of parents you come into this world with. That's as much luck as it is. Because I'm going to tell you right now, it is the fact that it was impressed upon me that having a baby would be my downfall. That's what was told to me. But the reason why I didn't get pregnant, number one, I didn't want to get pregnant because I was scared of what would happen if I did. That was crazy to me to bring a baby into this fucking world as a teenager, going through what I was already going through in my household. My pa would have probably beat the child out of me. Like, girl, I'm not trying to go through that. So I was too scared to have a child when I was growing up in the early 2000s was when I started, having those types of urges to want to be physical with people. Okay. But I was too scared of what that meant. And to me, that's as much as the luck went. Because after that, when I actually did start having sex, I was responsible. Condoms, birth control. Oh, we slipped up. Plan B. Because I was adamant about not wanting to have a child before I was actually well into my career, ready, having some type of foundation to bring a child into, at least a house I own. That's how my mind was in my early 20s and shit when I was growing up, or in my teens when it was, obviously easy for me to get pregnant. So I'm trying to understand in 2025, once you've gone through how tiring it is to have the first baby, the second baby, why have the third one? You already didn't have a village at baby number one. The nigga was already ain't shit at baby number one. So yeah, I'm sorry. I do wonder what would make you keep baby 2 and then 3. Yeah, no, we went to Sam's. We went to Sam's and got a big ass box of Trojan gold condoms, bitch. Went through the entire box within, I want to say, 6 months.
Yeah, blessed with good man, but y'all, it's not worth it. Look at me. I look a fucking mess right now. That's what I'm doing. I just dropped my kids off at daycare. I still have to go home and unpack because they can't fucking just be anywhere. But guess what? I also need to DoorDash and make some fucking money because my tank is on E. Like, it's hard. Don't nobody want to hire me because I can't work on weekends because I have nobody to keep my kids. I can't stay past certain times because guess what? My kids have to be picked up at a certain time or they're going to charge me for it. And guess who's going to pay the late fees? Nobody but me. It's hard, y'all. It's hard. I would not wish this on nobody. Y'all, fuck them kids. Fuck them kids. And if you got one kid, stop at the one kid. This society, this life is too hard to be having 3 kids with no help. I would not wish this on nobody. Like I said, look at me. All the extra money I get, kids move. Like, all the extra money I get, it ain't going to get my nails done. It ain't going to get my hair done. I do that shit by myself. And guess what? I barely have time to do that. So it be feeling like a motherfucker, I don't know. Just listen to her and listen to me. If you like, because I was reading the comments, somebody was saying, oh, you're not 23 though. You don't know how it is. You don't have 3 kids. You don't have 4 kids. Well, look, I do. And I'm telling you, all that shit that y'all talking, no, she's telling the fucking truth. You're about to struggle. You're about to be fucking stressed and depressed. Just don't have no kids, y'all. Just take it from me. Don't have no kids. All of
After 3. Thank you for that. But I think that because we are still socializing people to keep children, like in real life, everybody is still living in that same fairy tale land when it comes to like family and shit, And so I just feel like at the end of the day, it's about what you can handle as a woman. You're not supposed to be taking care of children on your own. You're supposed to have help. You're supposed to have a village. And you're not just supposed to have a nigga. You're supposed to have aunties, friends, mamas, women around you that can help you with your child. That's what you're supposed to have in order for children to actually come into this world and have a healthy upbringing. That's why there was a study, and I saw this on TikTok. There was apparently a study, that showed that Black women fared as single mothers better than white women. And it's because Black women, especially back in the day, they would have their community of family and friends to help them. White people ostracize each other when they don't do shit in a certain way. They were too far removed from village. Us as Black people, I don't know what it is about us that we will return to what is natural more so than anybody else, but we often return to what is natural for us no matter what type of situation we are in. And I think essentially what is natural for us is for women to have other women alongside them, helping them raise children. That's what I felt. Yes, there were men, don't get me wrong, but the people that were actually providing me with the support, the emotional support, my cousins, my aunts, my mom. Like these are the people that were picking me up from school, that were taking me places with them, that were spending time with me. Were all mainly the women in my family. I always say I feel extremely blessed. Child, I was just in the group chat this morning going back and forth with my aunties about the next card game and how we can't have it at my auntie house. We had it at last time because I ain't win shit. And I don't know what it is about her house, but it's a dead spot. We going back across the road to my other auntie house for the next game because I can't sit down for 4 hours and lose all my husband's money again down to the pity pat game like I did this last weekend. Okay? And when I tell y'all, I have me the best time sitting with them old ladies and watching them go back and forth clowning each other and then trying to clown me. And then I don't know what it is about me, y'all. I will be smiling and laughing, but everybody always think I'm serious when I start clowning. I can't with y'all. Okay? So yeah, you have to have a village, okay? And it's very hard to have a village because specifically for me in my day-to-day life, I am by myself all the time. All the time. And I wish it wasn't like that, but that's just how it is. It wasn't like that when I was growing up because my mama had a hair salon that everybody would come to. It was a central location. So people will always be there. So my day-to-day was filled with being with so many different people throughout the day. And then now my life is I'm with y'all throughout the day, but not in real life, which I think is so interesting. So I'm going out tonight though. Okay, I saw while I was up here, my friend invited me to some exclusive shit that she doing, and I will be there, bitch. I will be there, bitch. Okay. But yeah, y'all gotta be safe out here when it comes to being parents and being mothers. And y'all, that was so funny. Did y'all see that? Okay, so I don't do the rage baity. I don't do the rage baity, men versus women content. That's not my thing. I like to just talk about things from a perspective of my own opinion, mixed in with some of the facts and information that I have learned and gained and continue to learn and gain. As a Gemini, your girl loves information. We watch shit, soak it in. We read shit, soak it in. Transmute, come back, give it to y'all in a way that fits with, my opinion on how I feel about things. And a lot of the times the bitch be on the money. Okay. Not all the time, but a lot of the time, bitch. We talking about a good 80%. Okay. I think that's real high. I think that's real good over here, girl. But I don't get into this specific shit anymore. Y'all know they have all of these rage baity ass conversations, or everybody that's trying to make Black women mad by rage baiting us into content. When I tell y'all, I do not give a fuck about y'all trying to rage bait Black women. Oh, we're aggressive. Oh, we're masculine. Oh, we're gold diggers. Oh, we're what else they say about us? Oh, we don't have real hair, or our hair is nappy. Oh, we ugly. Girl, all that. Why are you talking to me? Like, y'all know how back in the day, specifically when we were growing up, you could tell that if you were a little girl growing up in the 90s like I was, you could tell how triggered Black women were by Black men using triangulation with white women to make Black women deal with bullshit. Remember, because a white woman could have your sorry ass. I'm not going. You know what I'm saying? Like, men repeatedly, if they had access to white women, would date white women, but then also use white women as a tool to try to control Black women. And back in the day, it worked because Black women would feel betrayed. I remember, because I remember what it felt like, and I used to feel that way. Girl, the older I done got, the more I'm like, first of all, the niggas that was the ones that liked white women and was throwing it in Black women's face, none of them niggas were attractive before or after. Nobody wanted y'all for real before or after. Okay? And then the times that we do like y'all and y'all turn out to be these men that are primarily dating white women but act like you like black women, we figured y'all niggas out too. Y'all niggas is suspect. Y'all go through whole careers with you know, a white woman, and ain't nobody ever seen you on a red carpet with your wife in order for us to know. We had to go look up some pictures from a Nickelodeon event when your kids was there that wasn't on the blogs. Child, listen. We've seen it. We've seen it all, girl. And at this point, nobody gives a fuck. Okay? Nobody gives a fuck. The only reason women be going off in response to men like this that want to go in on black women, the only reason is because it's the audaciousness of the situation, the hypocrisy, if you will. You are unattractive. You are ignorant. You are angry. You are broke. You are undeserving. And you are screaming about how the whole of black women are undeserving as well. And I just feel like you can be in that pit of internalized racism by your motherfucking self, nigga. Because the time has gone. The time has passed with black and white photos, bitch, for us to be dragging ourselves down to the gutter with you just because you're a black man and I'm a black woman and black love. Fuck out of here. The only black love that I think we should all be worrying about is the black love amongst ourselves. Love yourself. Love your own black ass. And maybe if you really loved yourself, and I mean deeply and in a real true way, not in a fake superficial way, but in a real way. Because to me, those of y'all out there acting an ass like this man was, you do not love yourself. You can't possibly love yourself as if this is the person you show up as. But he was online screaming about how ain't shit black women is. Convicted felon who had disgusting things about black women, who said disgusting things about black women recently, had the chance to work with black artist Sierra. Let's see. Is it not on your page? Is it not on your page? So he knows Rotimi and he does skits and shit. Is it not on his page? Hold up, let's go back. Who was that posted it? T. Let's see. That means you posted the original one, right? Because of course I didn't save that shit.
Nah, that you want to no. Here's why I don't date black women. Listen to me when I'm talking to you lot. I'm listening.
No, they called her a black artist because of what he said about black women.
Because you don't.
This is what he said about black women.
I like to listen. I don't date black women because you don't like to get put in your place.
Which place?
Well, yeah, no. See, I don't know where this comes from, where y'all think that women work differently than men. Do you want to be put in your place, sir? Do you want to be put in your place? Because if you don't want somebody talking down on you and telling you what the fuck to do, like you shit on the bottom of their tennis shoes, then I would love to know why you think women would be okay with you talking to us like this, talking about we don't want to be put in our place. I don't know what the fuck that means, but you can't put me in my place. What, like, even that attitude towards a woman as if she's a child. Who the fuck are you niggas talking to?
Your place. And when you get put in your place,
he got ashy lips. He looks dehydrated. He's missing a tooth on the side, but he's screaming to the top of his lungs about how black women ain't shit.
you think you got taught like a man?
That's why they were cheating on you then.
You're not men.
These lame ass niggas in the background because they think this shit funny. How old are y'all?
That's why they were cheating on you.
Stay in your place.
Cheated on you multiple times.
Yeah, I know.
Because
I know. And that's why I'm never going to be in your proper level again. Yeah, I'm not with black women because you don't like to get put in your place.
Apologies.
Listen.
What are you saying? What are y'all saying to her? I don't know what y'all want her to do in this moment, but I want her to continue to pop back at him at her own level. I want her to continue to pop her shit. I don't know what these women next to her are doing, but y'all working on my fucking nerves. Ain't nobody trying to stop him from saying this fucked up shit he's saying.
Apologies
where?
Apologies.
Oh wait, you just wait. Did she just shoot?
Not him.
Did she just shoot? Go. Where's your hair? Where's your Where's your hair? Once you talk about black women's hair, you're on your own, my guy. You're on your own.
Not him saying where's his hair, takes his hat off, and his hair is leaving him, packing their bags slowly, but they are leaving him. They're packing their bags, girl. They put their coat on. They've opened the door. The taxi's outside. Your hair is about to leave you.
Oh, I was with you. Like, he's allowed to have a preference. You know,
it's not a preference. And what do you mean you were with him? The way he is talking to that woman is ridiculous. I know I missed the first part of this situation, but a lot of you niggas really have internalized racism. And because you refuse to be honest with yourself about that, we have to go through shit like this on social media.
Oh, he's trying to talk about how she's held him down and picking up his Asian queen. But the moment you went for the hair, my guy, you was on your own. You're going to have to deal with it. Yeah. You're going to have to deal with this by yourself, my brother.
No, he started off by downing black women and speaking highly of his Indian queen. That's another thing I'm going to need for y'all to stop doing. Do not use black colloquialisms. Do not use them against black women in favor of white women. That's really weird to me. Because calling people queen comes from people saying my black queen. And now you niggas take it. And it used to be something that they were making fun of y'all for saying, you know, can you tap that white girl right there? All right, my white Nubian goddess. Yeah. They are literally taking something that was originally used to uplift black women, and they are using the same words to uplift white women. And it is the dumbest shit in the world, because nobody needed to uplift white women because they were the beauty standard, which is why black men would say shit like my Nubian queen, my black queen. It was meant to romanticize, respect, and show acknowledgement for the beauty that black women exclusively have without comparison to white women. And you take the way in which we decided to love on each other and use it to describe white women, but not only to describe not just white women, but other women, but in comparison to the black women that these sayings were made to uplift. That shit is wild. I am sure the ancestors are not pleased.
Take off your head. Where's your hair?
You're triggered.
Where's your hair? I'm triggered. I said I was triggered. Did I not say I was triggered? Where's your hair? Where's your hair?
Where's your hair?
Show me your hair.
No, he's pressed. He's pressed.
Take off your eyelash. Take off your eyelash.
You're pressed.
Take off your makeup.
You're pressed because you got cheated on 1, 2, 3, 4.
Where? Watch
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. And I'll bring my natural hair Indian woman in here now.
And then
and she looks like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 on your blood.
But the crowd got silent. The crowd
out here with fake hair. Fake hair.
He is so upset. It is so weird because essentially, what are you mad about? If you have the woman that you feel is best, why are you here screaming at this black woman, telling her what she lacks in comparison? It can only mean that it is not because you seek to actually genuinely love on and uplift the other woman, but simply you want to tear down the black woman. That's the only reason why you're here. And then I would have to ask you why. What black woman are you still upset about? Is it your mother? And this is why we say your mama. This is why we say your mama to people. I believe this is the reason why, right? So after he did that, they found it.
Is that the right spot?
What was you gonna do? Oh, the bridge?
Is this the bridge?
Fast forward.
Fast forward. Give me the bridge. I'm gonna try. If I get what we're gonna do. This is what Cece taught me this morning.
Your phone is up. There's something else. He's really lame. He's really, really lame.
This was at the bridge, guys. Now, I was in the dance class, and I believe I got it up until the point where my knees started to give up.
Ooh. CC is only doing this because she's being paid to be there. It gives. I don't know what's happening, but I could feel that she don't like him and he wants her to like him.
Hey. It's in the shoulders.
Hey.
It's in the
Yeah, I don't know what's happening.
We getting ready?
Okay, let's go.
What is it?
One, kick.
Oh.
Is he supposed to be trying to do Sierra's dance moves? Because we do anything for clout? But Black women are the fucking worst. Cece has on a wig, fake lashes, and you're over there looking at her like you want gratification from her. You want validation for your subpar dance moves that are intentional and lame. It's very interesting. Anyway, you guys, I don't know why we're still like getting upset about, honestly, what makes me upset is screaming and being, what I feel like verbally violent towards the young woman. That's what upsets me. I don't care about what you're talking about, man. I don't care about y'all comparing us to other women. I don't give a fuck about that. Like, that's stupid. It's stupid and it's ridiculous. It's not a preference. It's internalized racism. It's prejudice. Okay? It's self-hate. That's all it is. I don't care to continue to engage in such things. If you think that something is wrong with what it means to be Black, something's wrong with you. So let's move on. Okay, so lastly, you guys, I don't know if y'all have watched this. We talked about it last night on the Ooh Ladies First panel. Okay, it was really good. And I want to play the trailer for y'all because this is on Hulu, and I know how y'all be looking for shit to watch on the weekend. This is season 3 of Betrayal Under His Eye.
Doctor, the loving husband, the incredible stepfather. And then there's this monster. There was a bombshell. Someone found a hidden camera in the bathroom. 3,000 videos, 1,400 photos. This betrayal was terrifying.
He wanted to kill my son.
Once I tell the police what I have to say, he'll never get out.
Betrayal Under His Eye. Only on Hulu.
There was the doctor.
Okay. So let me tell y'all. Spoilers. Are y'all ready? Spoilers. Spoilers. Once again. Spoiler. I'm about to spoil it for you, bitch. It's just a spoiler. Y'all hear me? Spoiler. Spoiler. Okay. So this situation is something that I wanted to talk about because y'all know how they always act as if, oh, thank you. Y'all know how they always act like things are only happening in certain communities. And I do feel like there's a fine line, right? Like there are things that are only happening in certain communities. But men preying on insecure single mothers is not one of them. I believe that is happening across the board. Black women, white women, and everybody in between. If you are a single mother and you don't have the confidence in yourself to focus on yourself and your children, you will allow predatory men into your household to take advantage of your children. And if a man is not fucking you, that is a red flag. When I tell y'all we need to be mad at the mama from this documentary too, we need to be mad at the mama from this documentary too. I'm going to pull up another content creator's video on TikTok because I really loved her breakdown of it. Because, yeah, girl, like, what the fuck?
This may be an unpopular opinion or a hot take, but Stacey Rutherford, she failed her children. And the only victims in this whole debacle are the children. And she continues to fail her children even after him being sentenced. So this is Betrayal Under His Eye. This is a new documentary that just came out on Hulu. This is a series, but this is the newest one. So if you have not seen this documentary, I suggest you save this video, go watch it, and come back because there are some spoilers in here. But I really want to get into this whole situation because I'm not feeling Stacey Rutherford. Like, I'm completely 100% side-eyeing her. Stacey is a complete walking red flag to me. She is the prime example of a pick-me, male-centered woman that also had like deep insecurities that she needed to work out before she got in any relationship or had any children. But what really caught my attention and I feel like fueled her son Tyler being silent about his abuse is the fact that the mom constantly was trying to go on dates. She was so depressed because she couldn't find a man. All she ever wanted to be in life was a wife and a mother and, you know, have her happily ever after. Like, she was very male-centered, you could tell. Like, when the daughter said that she used to get mad when her mom would go on dates and like she acted horribly and all that, I was like, okay. Then with the son being like, I just wanted my mom to be happy, like I wanted her to find somebody, I'm like, that is kind of like ridiculous. Like, you couldn't be happy without a man, and this is why you got yourself in a situation with the husband that you did. One thing predators will do is that they will seek out single women with children, especially the desperate ones, the ones that want to be like married so badly and have like a father figure or a man in the house, right? They smell that, they seek that out, and I think that's what he did. And she was extremely desperate to get in a relationship. It was very clear the first half of the documentary that was her motive, her goal in life, to the point where I think it was just consuming her. So he found her. I don't think he ever liked her, nor was he attracted to her, to be honest, especially because she revealed that they weren't even having smex half the time. That should have been a red flag to her right there. There's multiple red flags that she ignored. And I feel like she ignored the red flags because she liked the lifestyle and because she wanted so badly to have a man in her life. Let's get into some more red flags that she ignored. She ignored the fact that CPS came to their house and let her know that he was reported by one of the son's friends. And then he runs to delete whatever the hell on his phone. And she stayed. She just stayed. That was a huge red flag to me. It took like the cops coming to her house and doing a search warrant for her to finally understand that this man is up to some shit, right? I'm like, how did it take that for you? Because you already had a visit from CPS and there was the friend saying that Justin, the husband, was like spying on them and tried to like coerce them. And you didn't believe that, but it took the cops. Okay. Another huge red flag for me, and when I was completely done with her, was when her husband, I don't even think they're divorced, her husband was sitting in jail awaiting trial for all these charges, these PDF file charges. You find out he's been essaying your son for years. You find out that he's been taking videos of your children and others.
And y'all, they don't reveal that until the second episode. The end of the first episode is when they reveal it. I was watching the shit, and there was literally a screenshot of a picture where he had his legs entangled with the boy's legs, and they were laying on the sofa. And I was just like, as soon as I saw, I said, what the fuck was that? Like, in my mind, I was like, I don't like that. And then I kind of, because I'm like passing. I think I might have been going to the bathroom. So I got up, walked out, but I saw it and I was like, well, I don't like that. That made me feel a kind of way. And then when we get to the end of the episode, I'm like, I guess I was right. Because what the fuck was that?
Without their consent. You find out that he's just a disgusting, despicable individual, and you allow him to FaceTime with the two children that you share. Because he tells you that he can't hurt them through the phone. Mind you, you're living in the house with Tyler and your sister. So you're allowing him to continue to re-victimize your son because you, for some reason, felt like it was your duty to allow him to speak to children when he's a child predator. In my opinion, that is why her son Tyler attempted suicide, because he could not find peace, because she was continuing to allow him in their lives by FaceTiming the children they share in the same home as her son. So he was continuously getting victimized. I blame her for that. I sorry. And actually, he ended up using the FaceTime to map out the house to try to put a hit out on her son. Once again, you failed your children.
Also, and I'm gonna stop it right there. That's Michelle Annexo on TikTok. Shout out to her. I'm gonna stop it right there. But another thing is when you find out that his mom figure, which was his mom's best friend that helped raise him, it seemed like they might have been in a relationship, because what the fuck? But either way, I feel like there is some question of what the relationship really was between him and the grandmother figure, because she was like in the house with them, still communicating with him while he was in jail, trying to help him get away with shit. I think she might have sent him money. Like whatever the situation was, she was aiding and abetting that nigga. Okay. So yeah, it's really creepy what was going on. But I just thought this was very interesting because the two documentaries we talked about recently, which was this documentary, and then y'all know Unknown Number, which was happening with these are the whites, right? Okay. But these are things that happen in the Black community. Black women may not be doing it via text, but they're going to say every nasty thing they could think of to their daughters. You know, everybody else, same thing. And you know, in this situation, there are Black men that will seek out, you know, insecure Black women, single mothers, to, you know, take advantage of their children. So, you know, everybody who always thinking that we so different, we are not. We are not. Everybody's having the same problems, America. You're not okay. Okay? America is not okay. It's not. Somebody send help. All right, y'all. That's it. That's all I got for y'all today. Happy Friday. I hope y'all enjoyed the show. I'm about to go get my workout on. Okay? Go down to Justini's and get a bitch a hot sausage taco. Let me tell y'all something. I don't think nobody ever heard of no motherfucking hot sausage taco. But when I tell y'all them goddamn hot dog, I'm sorry, hot sausage tacos, hot sausage tacos down to the Justini's. Girl, when I tell you I be having to drive through all kind of fucked up, you know, lower Ninth Ward streets and shit like that to get to this restaurant. But I'm about to go there. Okay, I'm going over there today. It's happening. Y'all hear my stomach growling? I gotta get my workout done. Anyway, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. If y'all come to New Orleans, check out Justini's. I'll see y'all in the next one.